in defense bots! Defense bots! Send in the guns! Release the meteor! Open the tank! Send in the cloud!
Begin the countdown.
5, 4,
Begin the countdown at 30.
30, 29, 28, 27,
You know what? When the doors close, just say go. Better.
go!
Look, I've changed as if overnight, and now I woke up today and have these muscles, grew a few inches, and got me a nice permanent tan. So, how did I do this one? Well, again, I used HeyGen and I'm able to face swap utilizing features on their site. So let me ask you this question. How do you feel about this? I know there is a lot of alarm out there for deep fakes, and yes, that can pose quite the issue if and when fallen into the wrong hands. But wouldn't you say this is pretty slick? Especially if you own a business and can make videos for your company like training modules, teaching, etc. We have to realize that any new technology that comes out is going to always become victim almost immediately to the ones who want to use it maliciously or malevolently. That's just the harsh reality for the world that we live in. Here, let me give you an example of where you may have to hang up some of your reasoning, because really you just become a hypocrite when concerning your fears with AI advancement. Do you drive? Yes, I mean drive a car. Okay, well, then you should be well aware of the implications of your own safety that you jeopardize whenever you use that 2-ton metal machine. But hasn't the car and the innovations around it served you the utility of what you needed, more than the statistical basis of the threat you invite anytime you take it out of the garage? The answer is yes, because I don't see you telling people whenever the idea of cars pop up about how this constantly evolving technology is harmful at its core. No, that would be foolish. Well, it wouldn't really, but you would never say that because you benefit from using a car. So, more or less, what you come to realize is you're not afraid of AI. You're afraid of the future, the unknown. That's understandable, but really instead what you need to do is start turning your ear to the quality advancements that it's making already and learn to not make considerations until you either utilize the technology yourself or can decide that the risks do not outweigh the benefits for the overall population. Yes, everyone, not just you. And I say this with a humble heart to know that we can either fear it or face it. As a society, we will not regress back to more primitive times because that would defy our adaptive and coexistent nature. And what do I mean by that? Well, check your pocket or your purse or what you're using to watch this. Odd. Why didn't you just stick with your Motorola brick phone you originally started with back in '97? And don't say, I would have, if... No, you know that you couldn't because the infrastructure evolves. So to operate decently functional in society, you have to adapt at least to portions of advancement, or you somewhat isolate yourself from the whole. I get it. I'm trailing a bit. But my bottom line is that AI is coming. What you should be more concerned with is the fact that worldwide governments are practically scrambling now to create regulations for the technology, when that should have been done years ago. It's like try to tell a kid to, or person to, knock it off after the 10th time they done something, when you should have set the foundational ideas of operations long ago. But let's not go there. That's a sticky subject. I've said enough now, and I'd truly like to know what you think. Tell me, with as much conciseness as you would care to bring, what exactly scares you about AI? You can't just say AI, as that shows relative ignorance to you looking at something without personal investigation to its moving parts. I know you would hate to be judged on the outside without someone knowing your intricacies. Does that make sense? I appreciate you giving me your time. Your input and voice is as valuable as mine. If you want to see more, let me know by subscribing, liking, and hitting that bell for the next. Thanks again, and as always, I love you. See ya. Okay, my bad. Thought I was done, but you can talk about my muscles. I grew overnight too if you want. Those are pretty sweet too. Get on out of here. See ya in the next one.
Sky!